Hey, Skull. Um, I should probably have some art streams more often, shouldn't I? Alright, let's see. The reason for it is entirely self-serving, mind you. Yeah, fair, fair. Ooh, by the way, Skull, don't know if you heard, but, this, I believe, recently Twitch, brought up follower emotes. So, anybody who is following this channel can use some emotes exclusive to this channel just by following. So, for example, I've got these for playing music. This one for funny moments. This one for when I pull something epic. That one for when my bullshit no jutsu fails me. Oh, that reminds me. I just deposited some money into my bank account. I should probably try another roll or two in the Fate Grand Order gacha. Silver Pug, Silver Pug. So never. Hey, every once in a while, bullshit no jutsu fails me. Anyway, let's go ahead and boop. Alright, so name one time it happened on stream. All the failed runs on this game that I've had. Keep in mind, as of now, I have only won twice. Once off stream and once on stream. Speaking of, recently this game finally got an update. Let's see. The Ceaseless Curse, this content update focuses on the unfortunate people of Shiokawa and the city's dark secrets. Newly reworked city planning feature will allow you to customize your game and select new additional actions. Truly cursed witch and an ex-cultist on the run join the character roster. Lots of stuff, lots of stuff. Okay. Let's... Oh, by the way, this game does have mod support. So if you know anybody who can make mods for this game, hit me up. Let's see. Let's go with a new story. Okay, we're gonna go with another full run. Yeah, don't know what this is that's locked. What are you buying? So basically, we do this and we can set up the cards for like all the different events, items, status effects, that kind of thing that we can experience throughout the game. Okay, so as I mentioned, yeah, that man's face. Yeah, that guy's creepy. So as I might have mentioned in my tweet and my announcement, I'm going to be doing what I call a Mithril run. This is in reference to Roam Mithril, a YouTuber that I follow. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to try to use the seed that he used when he tried to do this. So, let's see. And the seed he used, since it was 5 digits, spelled out his name, Roam. Alright. Let's see where this goes. Okay. So, in this screen, we get to pick the character, we get to pick our background. Right now, we only have 6 characters and 3 backgrounds. 1 background is the base, doesn't have any particular effect to it. 1 is the medical history, and 1 is the hunted by the cult. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the swimming team captain because that worked out well for me last time. I'm gonna try classic mode. There is an endless mode. I might try that later. And then there's scenario mode. Don't know when they're gonna implement that. Alright, classic mode. And then something truly evil comes up immediately. He was not that lucky. Old gods are awakening. Your only chance of survival is solving 5 different mysteries. The end of the world is at hand. Okay, somewhere a group of people gathers, trying to awaken their master. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Okay, so, this is where we get to pick which eldritch god we're going to be trying to thwart. So, we've already won against Katakatarasu, the spider god. The terrible spider god, Katakatarasu, is once again awakening from its slumber. Blinded by its impossible to satisfy hunger, it has started to tear down the walls of its cocoon prison. And its effect is Eternal Web. You can't run from combat. This is the one I'm gonna try to do today. Itotu, the Devouring Fire. The supposed cause of destruction of the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue, has been recently discovered and is currently waiting in the Museum of O for its long-awaited premiere. And its effect is Entropy. Both your damage and your enemies is increased, so we're going to hit a bit harder. I'm going to go for this one. Alexandria, 48 BC. The supposed cause of destruction of the Library of Alexandria, a perfect black marble statue, has been recently rediscovered and is currently waiting in the museum of our town for its premiere. Alright, let's start with this. Okay. We got anything here? Nope. We're pretty much a clean slate right now. Oh, they got rid of the thing with the giant tentacle crawling towards the earth. I liked that touch. Okay. The city is changing so fast you can barely recognize it anymore. This is the cityscaping thing that they mentioned. So, let's see. Let's do that. Do that. Yeah, I don't think we really want to change anything. All right, confirm and continue. All right. Let's see. Checking in here. Library notes. Gain a random spell. Lose 1 to 2 reason. So it's not just lose 2 reason whenever you use it. There's a bit of variance there. Huh. Cauterize. Could be useful. Alright, let's see. Let's see what outfits we have. Gym clothes, Sakhalin, teacher's pet, vanity jacket. She looks good in the vanity jacket. +1 funds. Okay. Let's see. From some of my research, I believe the old god we're going up against, Itotu, is supposed to be based on Nyarlathotep, because it's depicted as a beautifully perfect black marble statue. So, okay. Chilling Chronicle of the Crimson Cape, Macabre Memoir of Morbid Mermaids, Sorrowful Saga of New Moonlight Sailors. Another feature of this update, they added this little side mystery here. And from what I can tell, if you pick that, that will take the place of the main mystery that it's right next to. So if I wanted to go for that, it would replace the Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors for this run. Let's see. Alarming account of abnormal arms. Rotten report of Rancid Ramen. We got the Soylent Green mission. Okay. The alarming account of abnormal arms. I remember when it started. The woman next door was strangled to death in her bed, with no sign of forced entry. The killer was never found, and the apartment remained vacant. Alright, the door to her apartment was closed and she lived alone. What other ways in are there? Maybe you can get the apartment plan to compare with other flats? Investigate the hospital location twice to complete this quest. Okay. Let's do that. Let's see. Search the cabinet. I think that's either a knowledge or a perception check. Perception check failure. Oh yeah, I played around with the settings between streams. There's a setting that lets you see the numbers so that you can see how you rolled. Try this again. Paranoid patient. When the patient came home one morning covered in scars and babbling about aliens, the police had them committed. They're mumbling something quietly as you pass by. I've got an alright charisma stat, so talk to them? You immediately understand that the only difference between you and the crazy person is that you haven't been caught yet. You convince them to sneak out and join you in your quest. Her name is Asato. Let go, gain 2 spells. Ooh. Let's see what those spells are. Okay. I could use the knowledge boost. It costs a lot of reason, though. It's early on. I can afford it. Let's see. both of those I could probably keep in mind. Let's see. Anatomical Museum Archive displays a specimen with elongated arms and jellified bones. Creepy. Alright. Maybe you can get the apartment plan to compare with other flats? Let's take a look downtown. It's been almost a year since a childhood friend moved away to another city. He left suddenly without even saying goodbye. In a recent letter, he apologized for the disappearance and asked you to remove the furniture from his flat because he wants to sell it. In the envelope, you find a key to his apartment. I don't have a flashlight, so help your friend. Strength check success. You find another letter behind the wardrobe. It explains that the person your friend left was the reason your friend left was that the shadow people were stalking him. You shudder when you realize you haven't seen the moving company truck driver's face. Okay. While we're downtown, steak knife. And let's see. Flashlight would probably help. Okay. Equip that. Equip that. The struggling artist. Mr. O, your neighbor, is a horror manga artist. He's struggling to come up with a satisfying ending for his newest story. Okay, this is one of the couple of encounters that would trigger something truly evil in this run. So I have to avoid the what's that picture option. So of course I'm gonna click it. Nope. I think to share my experience, I need 15 experience to spare, so I'm just gonna say let him come up with his own stuff. It was all a dream? You're a genius, he shouts, grabbing a pencil. Excuse me now, I've got a bestseller to write. You roll your eyes and prepare to leave. I like how they lampshade that. Let's see. You notice the odd placement of ventilation shafts. They seem too small for anyone to crawl through, though. Do I have a neighbor here I can recruit? Nope, she's busy. Okay. Let's investigate. Bad feeling. Despite your best efforts, you feel like neighborhood is starting to change. Location's threat level increases. Boy. So that means we're more likely to get into a fight, and I think, yeah, -1 modifier to all skill checks. Unfinished painting. I believe this one, if I triggered something truly evil, would also be affected. Let's see. While looking around the ransacked room of your recently deceased friend, you discover a half-finished painting of a woman. Her skin a ghastly pale yellow color. The scene is disturbing. You struggle to look at it. And I failed the charisma check. Intimidated by the unsettling painting, you're haunted by nightmares. -2 reason. One neighbor is complaining about her underwear missing. Pantsu maru mieru. Kind donation. You find an envelope lying on a pillow in your bedroom. Inside is cash and a note from someone who has been watching you. They wish you luck in your task and promise to meet you soon. Just how did this envelope end up in your bedroom? +2 funds, but -1 reason. Okay. Second neighbor is complaining about weird noises coming from the vents when she's at home. Investigate. Not wanting to wait for an elevator, you decide to take the rarely used stairs. You suddenly trip by grabbing the railing at the last second. When you get up to inspect what caused you to trip, you freeze in horror. It is slowly standing up. There's the twisted corpse with the award-winning smile. Okay. This one's an incorporeal enemy, so I can't do physical attacks on the thing. What was the thing? Clap, clap, bow, clap, clap. Nope. I need to tax my reason. You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. It's gonna raise my doom level and lower my reason and stamina, but yeah, that wouldn't be enough. Okay. Let's check the building plan to find out if there's a place where all the vents connect. Before we do that, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cauterize. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Gonna need to go and restore your reason. Yeah. You know what, before we go any further, I'll go ahead and, let's see, rest. You swallow the painkillers. You phone your best friend and talk about unrelated stuff. Plus 2 stamina and reason. Plus 3 doom. Actually, that's not too bad a trade-off. Okay, I'm at max stamina. And that should do it. Alright, investigate the apartments. Ooh, wired preacher. Actually, perfect timing. Excuse me, do you have a moment to talk about our real Lord and Savior? The day of reckoning is coming, says the voice on the other side of the line. You definitely don't like the way the man on the other side of the line puts an accent on real. Hello? Are you still there? Let's hear him out. You learn some useful bits of information about your nemesis. However, if everything the man said was the truth, humanity is doomed. Alright. Every room is connected by vents coming from the unused boiler room. Could it be? You enter the dark boiler room and trip over the pipe. Cursing, you find a light switch, and gasp in horror. It's not a pipe at all. It's a long, rubbery arm, coiling around the room and ending in a ventilation shaft. Coming closer, you can smell something vile and rotten. And man, this guy's got a lot of loot. Hello? Let's see, I've got a flashlight on here. You almost fall to the ground when you see the wide open stare of the dead pervert, his elongated limbs stretching and disappearing in the vent's darkness. Inside his mouth you find a tiny key. I think if you don't investigate the hospital twice, if you don't complete the little side quest, you don't get the tiny key, so... After the police have arrived, the whole building was searched. Following the arms, the detectives find the body of a man stuck in the ventilation shaft. Later, he is identified as the building caretaker. In his closet, people find pieces of underwear and voyeur photos of the tenants. You are questioned thoroughly and eventually released as the murder case is being covered up as the case of an unfortunate gas leak. You know, swamp gas from Venus and all that. 30 experience, 15 experience. There's still hope, minus 3 doom. Time passes 1 day. Old God stirs. Click here to reveal its effect. A feeling of, let's see, freaky flood. Did the water level suddenly increased? Or is our city slowly sinking? Exploring the seaside location has a chance of inflicting drenched status. Huh, that's new. At least it's not radiation from Venus, otherwise we'd have zombies. Yeah. Inside your mailbox, you find a small key. What's that doing there? Okay, Let's see, gonna need a cold bath to get my reason back. It's a nice day outside. And let's take a peek through the peephole. And ooh, it's the creepy tea guy. Alright. The guy just wants some motherfucking tea. Alright, Soylent Green. Sorrowful Saga of the Moonlight Sailors. Macabre Memoir of Morbid Mermaids. And The Chilling Chronicle of a Crimson Cape. Let's go for the Macabre Memoir. The janitor was obsessed with mermaids. He's collected every scrap of the legend about them in the school basement. Now his mind has snapped. He's decided it's time to make one of his own, using unfortunate students' bodies as materials. There's one thing everyone at the school is talking about. Another girl from your area has gone missing. Could there be anything connecting all the missing people? I should investigate downtown next. Any other items I can get? Ooh, whew. Energy drink, and I've already got a flashlight. I've already got a steak knife. Another energy drink would probably help. Alright. Should be good on dexterity checks, but just to be sure. Alright. Downtown, let's go. Stop right there! You hear a voice coming from behind you. You won't destroy my life's work! Ooh, the obsessed man. The good thing about the character I'm using is that she attacks really fast. There we go. Okay, investigate the seaside location twice to complete this quest. Let's go ahead. And I got drenched. All combat actions are slower. Your wet clothes stick to your skin, slowing you down. That's gonna be an issue. Something pulls you toward the beach. A statuette, half buried in the sand, is calling you. Feeling your hands shaking, you take a step closer. I think this is a strength check if I ignore it. Yep. And now I've got a curse, mind wipe. Minus 100 experience, lose 3 reason. If I discard it. Ooh. Damn it. Man, that's a pretty nasty one. I was almost at a full level, too. I'm going to want to preserve my reason, at least for now. Okay. The town stocks are a mix of modern warehouses, small shops, and bars where the alternative crowd gathers. An ancient wooden temple occupies the small hill at the town's center. You know what? Let's try it. Discard, lose 3 reason. I'm guessing pray at the temple would return at least some of it. Yep. Doesn't matter if you believe or not. The smell of burning incense and old wood calms you down. And then I lose 1 reason. Alright. Asking around the neighborhood, you got you some results. It seems that all the girls have attended the same school. It'll increase the doom meter a bit, but I can try to go to the schoolyard and recruit allies. She hasn't come back to school since last week. How did you do on your English exam? Did you hear? There's a cliff nearby with strangely shaped holes. I keep hearing a wailing sound coming from the 3rd stall in the girls' bathroom. Try to recruit. Okay, student D. -1 perception. Student F. -1 strength. Oh, wow. These guys are horrible. At least it's the... Let's see. Let's investigate the school some. Hidden cults. I got hit with another curse, really? Insmasu look. If I remember right, that status is actually specifically for this mystery. So, that actually is good timing that I got that. Let's see. All missing girls are apparently members of the school swimming team. Maybe someone saw the kidnapper stalking them? Investigate the school some more. Corridor is flooded by a black sludge that's slowly oozing from under the door to the chemistry classrooms. A damp, moldy stench grows as you get closer. How are you going to get to the other side? I'm gonna play it safe and take a detour. Better safe than sorry. You take the stairs up to another floor to avoid the sludge. You find a notebook containing handwritten and detailed notes about the swimming club itself and... mermaids? Alright, the morbid school. Fish heads! Eat them up. Yum! Nauseating stench stops you. Someone has scattered rotting fish guts everywhere and hung up countless fish heads. You cover your mouth as you slowly retreat. A vast flock of seagulls outside viciously attack the windows. Let's see. Whoever the kidnapper may be, they seem to be really obsessed about mermaids. In the science lab, you find a plan of the town's sewer system. Someone has marked a path leading from the sea directly to the school building. I think I'm going to take the chance to rest. It'll build the doom meter a bit, but... okay. There we go. That ought to do it. Gruesome altar. Try calling the police? Failed the charisma check. There was something in your version of events that didn't add up. You've been detained, but due to lack of evidence, the police let you go after 48 hours. Plus 3 doom. Let's see. There's something wrong here. A weird apathy seems to infect every adult you ask for help. You will have to deal with it alone. Stone statue. Hey! Experts are baffled by the sudden appearance of 20 stone statues lined up in a row in the middle of the park. You can cast 1 spell without paying anything. Gee, if I had any spell that could heal me... Or, fix a couple of these curses status or whatever. That would have been nice. Okay. Ah, perfect. Fast swimmer. That's the perk I was looking for. Okay. My charisma rolls haven't been too good. Let's try and change that. Fast swimmer is particularly good because it gives faster offensive actions. So, let's see. You compare the sewer plan with a school map, and it suddenly dawns on you. School basement. That must be the place where the kidnapper is keeping the missing swimmers. The investigation is taking a toll on you. You start to miss the most obvious leads. +4 doom. There's no turning back now. God, let's hope she is alright. You bust through the door to the janitorial closet, but it's already too late. The latest missing girl is lying on a dirty mattress. The upper part, at least. A tail of a fish has been crudely sewed in place of her legs. She was too weak and died, you hear the mad janitor say. He looks you up and down. Maybe you'll do. I can distract him now that I have the Innsmouth look. Mad janitor is stepping over the body when he suddenly stops, noticing your mutation. The gills. You're the one I've been looking through all my life. He falls on his knees and raises his hand, not noticing a movement behind him. The girl suddenly springs to life. With a deafening shriek, she jumps on the hypnotized janitor and starts choking him. His last words chill you to your bone. The sea will claim you back. Police officers find you a few hours later. No trace of the mad janitor is found, but you will sleep a little better tonight, knowing the other students are safe. Words of the janitor echo in your head. Now you can't help but shudder hearing the sound of waves crashing on the beach. And the sounds of something coming out of the water. Ending D. Innsmouth's curse, the sea will claim you back. 30 EXP, 15 EXP, -3 doom, +1 day. Alright. Fetid fumes. The air feels heavy, making it hard to breathe. Rest action is less effective. Great. Alright. There's that. Let's go ahead. Take a bath. I think I'm pretty good shape because I think right now my max on both is 17, so you got them gills and fast swimmer. You are the mermaid this guy thought. Yeah. Let's gain a little experience. Okay. It's a nice day outside. Anything on the TV? Demolition of an old inner-city shrine has resulted in an array of unfortunate accidents and, most recently, the death of 6 people suspected of the arson. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Chilling Chronicle of the Crimson Cape. I think that's the last one I can investigate in order to make use of that tiny key. So, let's do it. A new game is spreading among your friends. A dare to stay in the unused school restroom after classes. A dare to meet Akamanto. What was originally a harmless fun has turned deadly. The body of a boy was found last week. The school principal has banned the game, but that only made it more popular. Akamanto must be stopped before another kid is killed. Gonna go ahead and use the energy drink for this one. One of your friends says he doesn't believe in curses, and he intends to complete the dangerous dare. Let's hop in the schoolyard to see if I can get some gossip. Akamanto, one of the most twisted fucking yokai out there. Only one of. It's gonna cost a little more doom, but I'm gonna wait. See if I can find more. Really? If O didn't do those drawings, then who did? Let's see. Man. There it is. There it is. That's the piece that I wanted to learn. When Akamanto asks which paper you want, you must refuse anything. Nope. Still not enough charisma. Okay. Investigate the school. The Onryo exists? Yep. That was my point. You enter the kitchen. Even though it's abandoned and the lights are off, something is cooking in a large pot. You don't like the smell of it. Look for a first aid kit? Failed that. Can't find the first aid kit anywhere. Could it have been moved somewhere else? Alright. You've reported it to your principal, who promises he will take care of it. With your friend safe for now, you should look into the legend. Maybe records in the city's library make mention of Akamanto. Let's investigate downtown. Hearing footsteps, you turn around. Behind you stands a pretty woman in a sweater. Natural beauty. Yes, this is exactly what I need. You shudder seeing the weird woman reaching to her pocket and grabbing a nasty-looking knife. Pretty face. Mind if I borrow it? And let's add one more. Oh wait, I'm no longer... Oh, I'm still drenched. I guess it didn't do much. Alright, launch sequence. Ooh, lucky earrings. Equipment slot C, +2 luck. I could probably use that right now. Okay. You read a story about a vengeful samurai known for wearing a crimson red cape. It's an interesting find for sure, but you need to find more information. Investigate the school. This is the one that I need the tiny key for. You find an old trophy case set in a seemingly abandoned corridor. Everything inside is covered in a thick layer of dust. One medal seems particularly valuable. Using a key you find, you open the trophy case and take an odd golden goblet without a plaque. Important container, constantly cold to the touch. Interesting. Alright, one of the articles mentions a young doctor who performed a life-saving surgery on a victim of a brutal assault. The assault happened in a toilet stall. Maybe he still works at the hospital and can share some information? You're stopped by a masked man wearing a lab coat. He introduces himself as a researcher from Tokyo University, testing a new treatment method that could, quote, revolutionize modern medicine. Holding a pile of documents, he tells you he can heal your wounds for free. You just need to sign here. If I remember right, this one's a bit of a gamble, and I don't think it's really necessary right now. I'll go ahead and decline. You learn that the doctor suddenly left the hospital after the latest murder, taking all of the records with him. Why would he do that? That's not the only bad news. Your friend didn't come to school today. And another body has supposedly been found. Smog. Let's see. Wait, why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in an oily vapor. Run from the window. Damn it. Faint whispers coming from the smog itself will haunt you for weeks. Lost 2 reason. Okay. So far, I'm at least doing alright. My only issue is the doom meter right here. Let's see. Principal has ordered the school to be closed down for the investigation. An old friend. You're pleasantly surprised to meet your old friend while waiting for a train. She's undoubtedly changed a lot since you've last seen her. These days she's moderating a web forum dedicated to the paranormal. Maybe she knows something useful? Invite for coffee I think costs a fund, so let's chat. Charisma check success. In between conspiracy theories and Bigfoot sightings, you hear a worrying rumor about an old god slowly awakening to rule Earth once again. Could this be a reason for her recent horrific events? Alright. You break the window and get inside the school unnoticed. The cursed toilet is located on the 3rd floor. Get over there. Investigating the school. Old newspapers. This is a knowledge check, I believe. And if I fail, I get some doom, so... Yep. There's no turning back now. You step into the last stall and close the door behind you. Legend alive. You wait in the stall, trying to be as quiet as possible. Suddenly, squish, squeak. The sound of rubber boots on an unknown liquid dripping on the tiles. Squish, squeak. You can see the top of his head. He's taller than any man you've ever seen. Squish, squeak. The door slowly opens. A masked man dressed in a red coat, clearly too tall for the ceiling, emerges from outside. Tell me. His voice sounds like a faulty radio. Would you like red paper or blue paper? I don't want anything from you. It's getting darker. The tall man in the red coat slowly takes their mask off as stall walls wither and rot and reality starts to crumble. Alright, -3 all. Gonna go ahead, launch sequence. And there we go, we got a new level. When you wake up, you find yourself back in the toilet stall, thinking it was all a dream. You stand up, only to hear a crack from under your shoe. There lies a broken, crimson mask. Akamanto might return one day, but now you know the ancient horrors can be defeated. Alright. Store closed. The friendly dog disappeared last night. You will have to find a new place to buy equipment. Okay. My perks. Regain 1 stamina for all past event skill checks. Smaller doom penalty for running from combat. Hot bath. I could bring back some reason. Alright. I might not be able to finish this run because of how high the doom meter is already. warm water for a little experience. Okay, screw it. Soylent Green. Out of thin air, a brand new ramen restaurant opens in town. It's adored by everyone. Once people take a bite, they can't stop. Day and night, the queues stretch out the door. The shambling customers stuff themselves dish after dish, while the blind owner sits silently behind the counter, grinning and polishing his gleaming knives. You are determined to discover what makes this ramen so enticing. What is its true power? Dog meat? Human meat? Flesh of the gods themselves? Alright. I guess this time I'll just go ahead and go through it normally. When you stop by home and pick up your lunch, find a pile of letters in your mailbox. Oh god. It started. You've attracted the attention of something truly evil. Okay, I'm gonna have to be exceptionally careful. Loud knocking wakes you up in the middle of the night. Open up! Shouts a deep voice from behind the door. I know you're there! Get closer to the door and ask what's the matter. Dexterity check failure. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. You lurch back in shock. The man sees you and tries to get in, screaming curses the whole time. A neighbor calls the police and the attacker escapes from your apartment building. -2 reason. If I just called the police, I would have gotten, like, +3 doom, I believe. A vending machine. Wandering through an empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brands of sodas inside, but you really could use a drink. Get the cheapest one. Dexterity check. Success. You buy a can of off-brand soda and take a sip. It tastes a little odd, but you enjoy the drink anyway. It seems that you were not the only one wanting to try for yourself. You stand in line for hours. Your questions fall on deaf ears and you're shunned. Metro ride. Take a ride? Failed the luck check, so I lost some more reason. The smell around the restaurant is overpowering. Grease, rot, and... Is that blood you can smell? Suddenly, an empty bottle breaks on the wall behind you. You cover yourself from glass fragments and notice a masked assailant holding a baseball bat. Rioter. It's a shame, she's cute otherwise. Alright. Slice her up. Prescription. It's for an expensive pharmacy drug. Okay. It's finally your turn to order. 1 ramen, please. The owner's grin widens. The missing girl. Take her home. 10 experience, -2 stamina. When you get there, the terrified mother slams the door in your face. From behind the door, she starts screaming to get the girl away. Little girl calmly tells you that she can take it from here. Okay. The Red Bull is pushed in your face. It's so crowded that you're forced to sit on the floor. I'm still very certain that that is a hazard. Like, they wouldn't allow you to do that in a restaurant. Exhausted. Hot bath does wonders. You certainly know how to rest and recover. +2 stamina, +2 reason. Okay, needed that. Investigate the lab. With the pulling of some delicate strings, you get the ramen into the lab. While handing over the gathered material, you hesitate. What should you send to the laboratory? Doc Walrus PhD. Hey, how you doing? Okay, let's see. You step into territory outside of your understanding. Return to your place, and do not attempt to understand the machinations above you. Man. Let's see. A mere day later, your friend rings your door. Her face is pale, and in a shaky hand, she holds the analysis sheet. You usher her in and bolt the door. You feel ill looking at the charts. While they couldn't identify some of the particles, they did discover a highly addictive drug in the broth. The ramen restaurant must be closed immediately. A week later, police and an official stand where the ramen restaurant used to be. Nothing remains but a gap in the street and aimless, confused customers. You'd like to believe that was the end of it, but snippets in newspapers from other cities unsettle you. Brief articles about an exciting new ramen restaurant opening and its mysterious owner keep showing up. You can no longer eat noodles without feeling ill. Okay, so minus 3% doom, plus 30 experience, plus 1 reason and stamina. Okay. Alright, what's the old god effect before I get my level? Price hike. Preparing for the worst, people are stocking up on everything, making it harder for you to find what you want. All shop items cost 1 fun more. Ah, great. Okay, take the key. Hopefully, I can get this last mystery done quickly. Okay. Regain some reason. And let's see. Running shoes would have been good to have earlier on, but I don't really see the point at this point. Let's go with discipline. Okay. Fast swimmer, hot bath, discipline. Okay, let's get some experience. And the last one, let's try this new mystery. The tranquilizing tale of the Twilight TV terror. If you're ever up late these days, unable to sleep, and flipping through the TV, you might be unfortunate enough to find the 444 channel. The pale people stand on an empty set, staring into the camera with lopsided smiles, hissing in a language you don't understand. You sit in your bed, staring at the flickering blue TV screen. You've missed the damn channel. Again. I've got the scary intro down, but don't really know how to follow up. My cryptic backwards text monologue is supposed to be scary, but it needs a certain oomph. Perhaps a different font if possible. 444, how fitting. Death, death, death. If I could control the... I think, what do they call it? Zalgo text is a thing. I know there's a site or two where you can add like little strokes and things to your text so that it looks like kind of glitchy and everything. You hear rustling on the other side of your apartment door. Someone is trying to get in. I believe this one is the apartment stalker. Yes. Boop. And launch sequence. Oof, got a concussion from that. -1 to knowledge until the end of the current mystery. Okay. Knowledge wasn't really a strong point anyway, so... There we go. Baseball bat. Resolve combat. I think I'm doing good with my steak knife, so I'm gonna go ahead and... sell it. Could use the funds. I don't think Twitch chat is compatible with it. Maybe try it. The local broadcast station seems like a logical place to start your investigation. You decide to head there early in the morning. Petty thief. While you walk through the crowded space, someone bumps into you and quickly apologizes. This is perception check. Success! They stole your wallet. You quickly grab their arm and they drop it before disappearing in the crowd. The tired station director sweats and keeps glancing to the side when asked about the weird channel. He peremptorily denies its existence before pushing you out of his office. Just before the door closes, you spot another person standing behind the director. Was he in his office the whole time you were there? Workout routine. Takahashi! You hear a chipper voice shout during a jog around the area. You turn your head to see another one of your teammates in casual clothes smiling, blissfully unaware of everything going on. What's up, Captain? Come jog with me or notice anything weird recently? After a bit of playful coaxing, you convince her to join you for another lap or two. The extra competition motivates you to push yourself harder. You wrap up your workout tired, but satisfied with yourself. Let's see. Passing by a TV display, it randomly switches channels. You freeze, seeing the pale presenter's face glaring at you. He points at the dark shapes hanging just behind the stage. Are those body bags? You're all being very supportive of my mission to be creepy as fuck. Let's see. Let's go ahead and investigate downtown. Pillar of flame. A sudden blast of heat grabs your attention. An older man standing next to you screams in pain as he's engulfed in fire from seemingly nowhere. As for other people start to panic and help the burn victim, you spot a hooded woman standing in the distance. When she sees you, she starts to run. You can't shake off the feeling that you were the target of this supernatural attack. Pursue the hooded woman. Successful dexterity check. The hooded woman disappears behind a corner, and when you get there, she's gone, already mixed in with the crowd. In a nearby dumpster, you find the sulfur-stinging hoodie and an envelope containing your photo, plus a curious incantation. I got another Itotu flame. Staying up all night is almost impossible, and you struggle to keep your eyes open. When the channel comes up, you manage to switch on the DVR just before falling asleep. Finally, you've got a real proof of the channel existence. This again. Charisma check failure. She shakes her head, throwing up her hands in a shrug. What makes you ask? Something wrong? You tell her not to worry about it too much. You part ways shortly after that. When you wake up the next morning, the footage is a scrambled mess. But you can swear there are faces hiding behind the static. Feeling desperate, you start combing through the message board, hoping to find some clues. It's past midnight and you're barely keeping your eyes open. Maybe it's a good idea to call it a night. Continue? Before you finally collapse, you learn an interesting information about the production of the cursed show. -2 stamina, something changed. You think you finally found a clue. A forum post about a newly built warehouse in a nearby village. Could it be the place where they broadcast the TV show from? You'll take the last bus and find the studio yourself. Illusion shattered. You stand in the middle of a field, frozen in terror. A rip in our reality shows the horrible future of our planet. Seeing the familiar figure looking back at you, you can't help but wonder if it's our world that's just an illusion. I think questioning your sanity, you just lose some reason. I'll play it safe. Oh no, you get a curse. Suicidal. You spend the rest of the evening in the village's restaurant. When it closes and the sun goes down, you creep into the huge studio warehouse. You walk through the dimly lit studio, creeping past the props and various equipment, getting closer to the lights in the very center, closer to the hissing noises and canned laughter. You stand just out of sight, holding your breath. The cast stand on the desolate stage, drawing pentagrams on each other. You think one of them catches your eye and you gasp. What happens next is bizarre. The entire cast spots you, but instead of attacking, they run. Directly into the camera, disappearing into its lens like into a portal. You rummage around the set for a while, trying to figure out how they escaped into the camera and any clues to the show's meaning. Ultimately, you find nothing, however. When you get home, you're uneasy about turning on the TV. You take a bus back to Shiokawa, thinking about the cursed channel. Alright. We got some experience. There's still hope, -3 doom. +1 reason, and stamina, and time passes 1 day. Finally, Heart of Darkness. The imposing shadow casted by the old lighthouse is getting longer each day. Oh, lighthouse gets 1 additional floor. Ooh. That's an interesting effect. Alright. 87% doom. If we're lucky, we might just cut it close. Okay. Not enough to gain a level, but really close. Okay. Don't see anything weird. Okay. Let's go ahead. Head back out to the town screen. And use our keys. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you remember. Oh, that was the leave button. Enter the lighthouse. Okay, 5 keys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we go. I don't think I need to rest up this time. Okay. Let's see. Let's start climbing. Climbing up the winding staircase, you were stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and the mask off. Nothing personal, really. Takashi-san, the ultimate opportunist. Oh, +3 doom. Ooh, this is a nasty place to find him. Okay, 4 damage, so 20. Let's use Itotu Flame once. And then attack. Okay. Resolve combat. The Veil of Darkness. Alright, first I'm gonna go ahead and, let's see. Using that at Tautu Flame might have backfired on me. Let's see. Let's, perception. Okay. Following the winding darkness, you were stopped by... following the winding staircase, you were stopped by darkness. A thick black cloud is obscuring your vision, and you can swear something is waiting for you inside of it. I believe if I just continue climbing, it adds to the doom, so I'm just going to light my way. Plus 10 experience. Trial of Blood, Electricity. Not enough knowledge, minus 3 stamina. We're cutting it close. I don't think I have enough charisma. Wall of photos, you. The enemy you fought as the second one. Ooh. I think that was... Oh, shoot. Oh, it's coming down to this. Because if I answer wrong, I think that adds to the doom meter. And this is really close. Gonna try to remember this. I want to say it was the Obsessed Man. Correct answer. Oh. Oh no. No. Don't tell me. Oh. Don't tell me that Heart of Darkness effect has screwed me over. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. The cable that should be powering it is currently disconnected. Power box itself is covered in a weird moist goo. Just inhaling the fumes makes your eyes itch and water, but to power the gate, you'll need to disconnect a faulty plug. Minus 3 stamina. Oh! Thank God! 1% to spare! Dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? Boom! Oh! Cut it way too close. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening of the eldritch old god, but what's done is done. It will stir in its slumber again and again, until the stars are right again. Congratulations, you are safe. For now. Oh, I cannot believe I survived that. If it wasn't for me getting that wall of photos challenge right, I would have been screwed. Okay, so on stream, we've won against the Spider God, we've won against the Consuming Flame. Alright, let's see. Ugh. You know what? Let's go ahead and try a new one. Let's try facing against a new god. customize the playthrough. Ah, okay. And I think we just unlocked this deck, so... Continue. Alright. So that was the... what I call the Mithril run, as a reference to Rome Mithril. I think, this time... I'm gonna try a ninja run. I'm gonna try and use a seed with that letter order. And we'll see what that does. Okay. Let's see, the teen idol, she has plus charisma. Yeah, I'm gonna try the swimming team captain again. Continue. Classic mode. Alright. So on stream, we've done Katakatarasu, Itotu. Let's try Athiolaz, the Towering Eye. The mad god favors astronomers and magicians, granting them its gift of power that unknowingly brings Athiolaz's exploded body closer and closer to Earth. The effect is Cosmic Gift. Casting spells costing reason increases doom instead. Actually, hold on. Oh, that's a neat touch. I just noticed. Not just the item in the middle of the circle, but the summoning circle itself changes depending on which one you're using. That's actually pretty cool. That is actually a really neat touch. Alright, continue. The Missing Stars. Meteor reports on various people with seemingly supernatural skills. Could it have any connection with the news about stars disappearing from the night sky? Casting spells raise doom instead of its normal cost. And starting off, we've got the Seal of Bramel, which is +1 knowledge. Discard on use, costs 4 reason. We could use that. Okay, and you see that gave us 5 doom, so... Ooh, there's an occult shop now. I think I can replace the vending machine with that. Who knows, that might be helpful. Downtown. Yeah, you can only have 2 at a time, apparently, for each site. Witch's Tree. Ooh, okay. I think that's everything. Let's confirm and continue. Alright, check in here. Empty bottle, could use that. Get some free experience at the beginning. Sakalin. I still think she looks good in the vanity jacket. Let's get some funds here. And... it's a nice day outside. Okay, curious case of a contagious coma. Vicious Verses of a Violent Vigil. There's the Twilight TV Terror. Spine-chilling Story of School Scissors. I still need one ending for that one. Crimson Cape again. And Soylent Green again. Let's try re-rolling. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Alarming Account of Abnormal Arms again. Crimson Cape. Freaky Feature of Found Footage. And Vicious Verses of a Violent Vigil. Let's start with that one. You've received an official-looking letter. What does a law firm from Tokyo want from you? We regret to inform you of the passing of our client and your grand uncle. His funeral will be preceded by an overnight vigil, as per the client's request. There's an address and a list of people expected to arrive. You don't recognize any of the names. Intrigued, you decide to check it out yourself. What's the worst thing that could happen? Never say that in a horror game. Following the directions from the letter, you slowly fight your way through the overgrown forest path. The old mansion looks like it was torn down and rebuilt many times, but where is everybody? There's the workout routine. Come jog with me. Resolve this event. That just used up his stamina. A muscular man is eyeing you as you take a step towards him. You can't help but notice a deep scar going across his cheek. Old man's body's in the master bedroom. Go there if you want. Twisted reflection. In the mirror, you catch a glimpse of something that shouldn't be there. +2 doom. Oh, well, that's just rotten luck. Pressing a handkerchief to your nose, you enter the dark room. There's no way they allowed your grand uncle to just lie there. What was the correct bow and clap order? Maybe other guests will know? Young woman wrinkles her nose when she notices you. You can swear you've seen the symbol engraved on her necklace before. You didn't get this with a letter? Here, take mine. A vigil pamphlet. Pray over the body. Bow, 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 bow. Light up the fireplace. Pray over the body. Clap, bow, bow, bow. Okay. Feed the plant in the... Okay. Back to the master bedroom. So what was it? Bow, 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 bow? Bow, 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 bow. I wonder what happens if I don't inspect his foot this time. Let's see. Sotomura nervously scratches a scar. Let's not pretend like we want to be here. Okay, light up the fireplace. The reading room. Looks like one of the previous owners of this mansion liked to read. Dusty tomes reach the ceiling. You don't have much time, but maybe you could spare some to look through the books? Start with the shelves? Perception check success. The books are covered with a thick layer of dust. However, you notice that one tome must have been placed here recently. From it, you learn about distant worlds and bizarre rituals. And we get a spell, Skin Removal. Deals 5 damage, costs 3 reason, but because of Athulazeth. Alright, let's see. Light up the fireplace. You spot some dry firewood and add it to the fireplace, +1 reason. Nice. The vigil pamphlet. Okay, so it's 11 p.m. It's a little early, but should I... Let's see. Clap. Bow. 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 Alright. Maybe if... Let's see, There's the storage room. You shudder instantly, recognizing the room from the newspaper photo. 3 years ago, a man hung himself here. Why was the vigil held in a place like this? Check the wardrobe. Meat cleaver. Ooh. That could be good for combat. Vital clue, +4 doom. That's not good. Study. It looks like something's affected the... Something in the updates affected the, It's a really cool effect that, like you have this plant creeping out of the corridor and you have this silhouette. That's actually pretty cool. Alright, let's see, it's 12 a.m. So, okay, pray over the body. Go to the master bedroom and the body. It's missing. Where is everybody? Alright, seamstress story. There's a local legend about a heartbroken seamstress. One stormy night, she broke into a local inn and stitched the unsuspecting guests together. Her final gruesome artwork. But that's just a legend, right? I think if I check out the sewing machine... I found you at last! Don't know if that did anything. You manage to find one of the guests. They are shaken, but otherwise safe. You both decide to get the hell out of this place, but the door is gone. It's Sotomura, so, okay. Explore the mansion some more? The whole building begins to shake as you enter the room. Suddenly, a stone pillar bursts through the floor where you stood just seconds ago. Noticing the arcane symbols painted on the stone, you take a step closer. I think, if I study the symbols? Try to recognize the symbols, but they shift and change right before your eyes. Dizzy, you escape the room as blood oozes from your nose. -2 reason. Kill them! In the middle of the room, you see a man tied to a chair. You rush in to help. When you remove his gag, though, the man starts shouting curses and ancient prophecies. You fall on the floor, your mind flooded with unspeakable images as the man slowly stands up, completely ignoring the chair he was seemingly tied to. The cult member. Ooh, +1 doom. I gotta take care of him quick. Doop, doop, doop. There we go. For now. The enemy seems to be weak against this type of weapon, so we get additional damage. Ooh. How did I miss that one? Come on, game. There we go. A curious statuette. +1 knowledge while held in the inventory. Ooh. Does that count if I put it in storage? It does not. Following a weak, wavering cry, you enter a dark room. Inside, you spot a figure hunched in the corner. You recognize the expensive clothes, but this thing can't possibly be human. Don't look at me. Transformed by her greed. As the vigil is nearing its end, the whole mansion shakes more and more until the walls start to collapse, revealing the shocking truth about your whereabouts. Oof. Walls of the corridor collapse, revealing an alien landscape. You can taste blood in your mouth as the slimy appendages slowly get closer. A voice in your head tells you what to do. It's not letting me do anything else, so... An unseen force leads your hands. You reach for a knife and stab a surprised guest. Conclude the ritual. The price is paid. The voice booms in your head as everything gets dark. When you wake up, you find yourself lying on the wet grass. The old mansion nowhere to be seen. Standing next to you is a naked, bloated old man. You recognize the tattoo on the man's toe. It's your deceased granduncle. With a coarse voice, he explains the ritual. You try to keep up with him, but you're weak and your head spins. The death toll must remain the same. 2 die, and 2 survive. You feel like vomiting as the old man who has cheated death disappears behind trees. Everything gets dark. The man who you thought was your uncle has cheated death, making you an accessory to murders. You know police officers won't believe you when you tell them the truth, and do your best to forget the nightmares you left behind. Alright. Weird epidemic keeps staff at the hospital busy. Skipping the line will cost you more. So if I get any injuries, I might be in trouble. Okay. How am I doing? Use that. I could use some warm water. Alright. That's the ramen shop news. Alright, take a look at the peephole. Forgot. I already took a bath, so. Alright, let's see. Freaky feature of found footage. 3 students disappeared in the process of making a documentary about local folklore and legends of the nearby forest. Now, on the first anniversary of the event, a suspicious man has started asking questions. He claims to be a private investigator, hired by the parents of the students. Except the parents of your friends didn't hire him. Who is he, and what did the students discover out there? Investigate the mansion location twice to complete this quest. While we're doing sidetracks, let's take a look at the witch's tree. Nailing a straw doll to this tree will grant you your wish. For a price, that is. Wish for strength, wish for knowledge, wish for money. Memory extract. But now I got paranoia. Chance of losing reason each time you lose stamina. Ooh. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. tower window. The round window of the Crooked Manor Tower is calling you. You feel your strength drain away as you stare at the bright light. I think I get into that alternate dimension place if I get lost in the light, so... Oh, no. The blinding light is growing larger and larger. To your shock, you can't feel the ground under your feet. You prepare yourself for whatever is coming. Lost in time and space, you drift in nothingness until something pulls you towards the light. There it is. A parasitic star is looming over the dying civilization. Is this the fate of our planet as well? Venture further into the desert. Strength check success. The trek through the desert is exhausting, but you finally reach the oasis. You undress and step into the glowing water, submerging yourself completely. When you leave the pool, you feel different. Alright, so I got a permanent knowledge buff. That's good. Mansion. Cold Trail. Following the suspicious person, you enter an old, run-down mansion room. It stinks like spoiled milk and has only 2 doors, one of which you just came through. You can't see the strange man anywhere. I have pretty high perception, so search the room. There's nothing really important here, but you think you might be able to use the one item you do find, a flashlight. Actually, that could help. The legends say the witch was buried alive for kidnapping and murdering 2 children. It points you in a specific direction, potentially saving you some time. Investigate the school. As you enter the school gym, you notice a strange black doll propped up against the wall. I thought this one was exclusive to the Spider God one. Against your better judgment, you approach the doll. What you see makes you gasp in horror. The doll isn't a doll. Your sudden movement causes tiny black spiders to flee, revealing a white, half-eaten corpse. Let's see. Your notes mention a village not far from your town. You decide to take a bus. Getting closer, you can't help but notice a large number of trees have suddenly died. What happened here? Investigate down... Actually, shop for items? Map would probably help right about now, actually. Alright. Let's investigate downtown. Oh, wait. A cult shop. Let's see. Small chance of ignoring reason loss in combat. Defeat a vampire enemy. They've got vampire enemies in this game? Use some totem. -10 doom. -3 max reason. Might come in handy. Oh, right. Item storage. Let's grab that. Alright. Investigate downtown. Why wouldn't they have vampires? I mean, they... Okay, when you think about Japanese demons, you don't think of vampires as one of them. You think vampires, you think more like European vampires. Let's see. The only metro line in your town connects the university and the science complex. You could take a ride to gain some time, but you got a feeling something is wrong. The fucking moon is vampiric in Japanese folklore. I must have missed that Japanese myth, so... Alright, let's see. Where are all the people? Take a ride. And failed the luck check. Okay. You can suck your soul if you stare too long. Oh, Everyone in the village is unsettlingly friendly. An old farmer points you to an old stone. The missing group supposedly started their forest trip there. An old man stops you and invites you into his house. You follow reluctantly, only to be amazed by the number of dusty old sorcery books inside. I can teach you a thing or two about magic, he says. Don't worry about payment. I'm sure we'll work it out in the future. I believe if I accept, I lose a little reason, but I gain a new spell. I failed luck check. Great. Alright. Let's see. Specifically the face on the moon. Okay, that kinda makes sense. A sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the cave's walls. Use your flashlight. The flashlight's beam reveals additional symbols hidden in the shadows. They help you interpret the spell instruction drawn on the cave's wall. Fusroda? I got the cauterize spell. Neat. Memory extract. +2 reason costs 10 experience. That actually could help with healing reason. I'm gonna try to conserve it so that I don't have to increase the doom meter. And I do have that weird totem as a backup plan. Let's see, hunting party. Hearing some rustling behind a bush, you decide to hide behind a tree. There you spot 3 men, each armed with a rifle. They are obviously looking for something, or someone. Ooh, run. You run, quickly leaving the hunter behind you. You stop when you reach the edge of the forest. Huh, I beat the dexterity check. Nice. Let's see. You have a feeling someone is following you. Bummer. Shows you that I haven't played Skyrim. Let's see. The rumored witch house seems empty. In the basement, however, you find a camera pointed at a large hole in the ground. On the table next to the camera, you see 3 cassettes, each titled after one of the missing friends. Then you hear a curious sound coming from the hole. Peek inside. You kneel down and lean forward to see what's inside the hole. It takes a while to process what you are looking at. It's a gigantic eye staring right at you. Hypnotized, you continue to lean in, feeling weaker and weaker as the gargantuan beast lures you in. You lose consciousness. I more see you as a slow time or drained vitality guy anyways. I suppose. At the very last moment, the suspicious tall man grabs you by the collar. He explains he is part of a cult protecting the house and the mysterious entity below it. You've got a bigger purpose than to die here, he says before knocking you out. You wake up a few hours later on a bus heading back to your town. The forest is restless. Plus 30 experience, plus 15 experience, minus 3 doom, plus 1 reason stamina, and plus 1 day. Preparing for the worst, people are stocking up on everything, making it harder for you to find what you want. Okay, so hospital costs more, shop costs more. Alright, in that case, I guess I could improve my luck. Let's go with a double luck boost. Let's see. Fill the empty bottle with water. Let's get a little more experience. Peek out the peephole. Alright. It's a nice day outside. Alright, and... Okay, next mystery. Alarming account of abnormal arms. Let's see. Investigate the hospital location twice to complete this quest. Investigate the hospital. You know what? I think I can afford it. Luck check success. Alright. Later you wake up in a surgical ward. There's no sign of the doctor, but you feel healthier and notice that one of your wounds is gone without a trace. You can select one injury status and heal it for free. It doesn't count curses. Well, at least I didn't lose anything from it. Investigate the hospital again. Paranoid patient. When the patient came home one morning covered in scars and babbling about aliens, the police had them committed. They're mumbling something quietly as you pass by. Let them know they aren't alone. The patient instantly recognizes a kindred soul in you. You help them sneak out of the hospital and then join you in your quest. You get an ally and plus 2% doom. Your kick action deals an additional 1 damage. It's a Sukeban girl. Ah. Oh, I can kill her? What? I can't just let her go? If I want to get rid of her, I have to kill her? That seems... Okay. -3 Doom is especially funny for this old god because it means you're either magically shoving him back or he just stalls long enough for the earth to move away from him. Alright, let's see. Follow the map. +2 reason. Yay! Okay, investigate the apartments. Actually, is there any way I can recruit the neighbor? No. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, I didn't even notice I'm out of funds. I can afford selling a jar of blood, I guess. Alright, investigate the apartments. Visitor. Dexterity check. Before you can answer, the door's letterbox suddenly opens and an unknown invader tries to look inside. Luckily, you manage to stand still. After a couple of minutes, the man retreats, probably unsure if you're home after all. Let's see. Raining blood. This one's a charisma check if I calm her down. The woman sniffs and smiles weakly. You feel like you've prevented something awful. Okay. Let's go ahead and use the empty bottle. Or bottle of water. There, jeez. Alright. Investigate. Pantsu. Our master is coming, and we all can bask in his glory. Ooh, glitched magician. Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Let's see. Okay, gotta finish him off quick. Got it. Second neighbor is complaining about weird noises coming from the vents when she's at home. There is the disc magician. That might be the closest. Apartment stalker. I got a concussion. Oof. This one's actually not looking too good. There we go. Baseball bat. Meat cleaver's been doing alright for me, so let's go ahead and sell it. Struggling artist. Share your experience. Get some extra funds. Alright. So we find this guy in the vent. Tiny key. Alright, 30 experience, 15 experience, minus 3 doom, plus 1 reason and stamina. Alright. Imposing shadow casted by the old lighthouse is getting longer each day, so another extra floor. Alright, there it is. Fast swimmer perk. Okay, and let's get some stamina back. Home. Okay, let's get some of that, and we're actually doing really good this run, so okay, 2 mysteries left. Let's take on Akamanto again. It's been so hard to get any sleep lately. Yep. Ask to join you. Nobody. Okay. School bathroom. Yatsu Hakamura. I think this one is a perception check? Quickly find a tombstone marked with red string. Under a stone, you find a note someone left for you. 5 experience. Nice. Back to school. Suddenly, everything slows to a crawl. And we got the time warper. Okay. There we go. Easy. Oh, that fast swimmer perk makes things so much better. One of the articles mentions a young doctor who yada 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 yada. We've been through this one before. Investigate hospital. They performed countless dissections to find the answer. Instead, they found it. Anatomy horror. Eee. Oh, it's an incorporeal enemy. Great. Okay. You know what? This will increase the doom meter a bit, but screw it. Let's see. Dexterity is pretty high. And success. Okay. Check downtown. Walking through the park, you spot a girl standing in the bush. Getting closer, you suddenly realize she isn't standing in the bush. She's part of it. Stock chat. Eee. A branch. Not enough room for that. Less damage, but a higher chance to hit and fast to equip. It's not even worth any funds to sell it. Might as well toss it. Investigate the school. Trophy case. I have the tiny key, so open the cabinet. And we get a goblet. Man, what does the goblet even do? I don't want anything from you. Let's see. If I remember right, the red paper, he cuts you and you lose some stamina. If I remember right, you get the blue paper and he chokes you and that damages some of your reason. Okay, loot. Let's see. What about the spells? Cauterize. Skin removal. Some skin removal. There we go. There's that again. Local scientists are baffled. An unprecedented aurora-like event has bathed the entire town in an unnatural green glow. Arcane Storm. Reason cost of all spells is increased by 1. I don't think that matters given the old god we're up against, but we might want to make use of that hot bath. And let's regain some stamina. Okay. Oh, right. I already have the bottle of water. Let's go ahead and use it, and then refill it. And then use it, and I can't refill it again. Okay. It was an idea. Let's use cold water for some reason this time. We're actually in pretty good shape right now. Alright, one mystery left. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival. Your aunt had sent you a letter inviting you for a curious-sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need a break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen, you ask yourself as you board the bus? Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Someone is waiting for you? A fat man wearing dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner, who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. Alright, let's see. Relax a bit. +1 reason and stamina. Advances the clock. Following a weird gurgling sound, you enter an alley. Standing in the shadow, you notice a person wearing policeman's uniform. Move along, citizen. Nothing to see here. You've made a horrible mistake. Yee. Wait, what? There we go. And there we go. That saves us some time. Alright. You stumbled upon a forgotten bookstore in a small alley. The interior is cluttered with dusty old tomes, animal bones, weird vials, and stuffed exotic animals you don't even recognize. Can I help you? Asks the tiny man behind the counter. I have things that will surely help you in your quest. I could use a spell, I guess. The man hands you a package. I'm sure you'll make good use of this. Huh, this road wasn't here before. -2 doom. Okay, get a spell. The Book of Gore. +3 reason and stamina, add 1 random injury. Eee. I'm not too sure about the second part. I think I'm just gonna forget that one and get my reason. A weird sound wakes you up. You step closer to the window and look out. You can't see anything and get ready to go back to bed when suddenly, the moon comes from behind the thick clouds. 3 hooded figures are standing at the forest's edge. One by one, they light their torches and disappear behind the trees. What was that about? They all wore strange masks. Should you follow them into the forest or try to find more information about the festival? Relax a bit. A shape shimmers beneath the surface. With a splashy sound, something emerges from the murky depths. Ugh. Let's see. Learn about your enemy. Weak against fire, morbid fumes, a random chance of losing additional health. Estranged by her jealous girlfriend, she became a food for leeches. Now they are looking for a new host. There we go. White sands. A parasitic organism burrows under the bark, undulating slowly. I do not have the steak knife. Bark is flabby and sticky, makes you recoil in horror. Going back to the inn, you overhear two masked villagers. They're talking about something awakening up at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. You decide to block entrance to your room with a nightstand. The festival is ending tomorrow, and you can't be too careful. Tap into its power. +2 doom. Forest Watcher. Confront the person. Luck check success. It's just a creepy scarecrow. Relieved, you decide to leave the area just in case. Why is it so quiet all of a sudden? Is that blood? Where is everybody? Trail of blood and sickly smelling sludge leads to an outskirt of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. Let's take the opportunity to use some memory extract. There we go. That should do it. And I didn't have to worry about increasing the doom meter. Pray? Perception check failure. To your horror, you discover a severed human hand behind the statue. An abandoned factory. This must be the place where they took everyone. Got caught. While exploring the factory, you are caught by masked people you've seen from the inn's window. Tied up, they bring you to the cult leader. We knew you'd come. You hear a raspy voice, your aunt's voice, coming from behind the priest's weird mask. She signals towards the door behind him. Our master is waiting for the final blood sacrifice. With a loud bang, the ancient horde disappears, and the high priest falls to the floor, grabbing their shoulder. The last thing you see before blacking out are the beams of flashlights and the hand of a police officer saving you from the fall. Later that day, detectives interrogating you are confused when you tell them about the ritual, blood, and eldritch being. The village is abandoned with no trace of blood anywhere. You were the only one seeing the ancient horror. Far Out Fable of a Fear Festival, Ending A. While you couldn't catch the leader of the cult to interrogate them, the people are safe. You board the old bus, wondering what would happen if you didn't stop the ritual in time. Ooh. Alright. Contaminated water. Alright, well. That's the last key. We've got plenty of room to work with here, so... Can't take a bath, so I just gotta use bottled water. Yeah, yada. Okay. Yeah, this will be the last run, and it's going a lot smoother than it did before, so... okay. You're home. Alright. So I guess we're heading off to the lighthouse. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Three, 4, 5. Here we go. Okay. Let's check. Well, empty bottle's kind of useless here, so sell it. The goblet, it looks ancient. What was it doing in school? The goblet I guess I can store. And just to be sure, I don't need the map anymore, so let's go ahead and actually equip that gruesome totem. We're going to lose some max reason, but let's equip it. There we go. Much more leeway. Trial of Blood Knives. Dexterity's pretty good. Following the winding staircase, you find a metal gate that blocks your way. It's locked, but you notice an electrical cable. It seems to connect the door to a hole inside the central pillar. If there's a switch inside, you'll have to risk getting cut by the numerous glass shards and knives. Dexterity check success. You managed to locate the door switch while avoiding the knives and glass shards. With a buzz, the gate opens. Let's see. Knowledge and charisma. Climbing up the winding staircase, you were stopped by a masked man wearing an expensive suit. The rules have changed, kiddo, he says, taking the jacket and mask off. Nothing personal, really. Takashi-san again. Ooh, right, +2 Doom. You know what? We can afford it. There we go. 69% Doom. Nice. Not nice anymore. It's 70%. Alright. Not enough charisma. Lost 2 reason. Trial of Blood Acid. Failed the strength check, so I lost some stamina. And I think this is the last one. Knowledge check passed. You are about to grab the rods when you notice the dials and buttons. You toy with them for a bit before adjusting both voltage and current so it's safe for you to grab them. With a buzz, the gate opens. Oh, garbled memories. Select the title of a mystery you investigated as the second one. I think that was the freaky feature of the found footage. You rip the newspaper clipping off a case you seem to remember. Underneath it is a tiny button. You press it, and with a buzz, the gate opens. And we did it. Yay! Okay, tonight was actually a really good stream. Alright, let's see. Okay. Let's take a look and see. Oh, we got more of the bestiary. Alright, Events Codex, 64%. Endings Encyclopedia. Wait, what's this one? This is the ending we would have gotten, by the way, if we failed, so. Okay. Achievements. Meet your other neighbor, Woody K outfit. Change the date and stop the curse. Monkey wrench. Complete a playthrough without resting. Unlock some challenges. Game mode. When your first playthrough, unlock endless mode. Second playthrough. Let's see. Third playthrough. Ah, so we got a couple of card packs. City planning option. A cold shop option. Cursed cartridge. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Do we have anybody we can raid? Let's go ahead and raid. Let's go ahead and raid Lude's TV. And for a raid message, we're gonna raid with Dragon Ninja. Alright, let's see. Oh, I got gifted, wait, what? Suspicious user detection is now live on their channel. Okay. Oh, I guess I just got these messages late, yeah. Yeah, one was 3 days ago, the other was 15 days ago, yeah. Okay. Alright. Our team name, Dragon Ninja. Alright, let's go ahead and raid. I will see you guys later. Let's go.